choose what's behind door number 3. You guys remember that show? Let's Make a Deal, Monty Hall? I don't remember it. I wasn't alive, but I Googled it for you, and you're welcome. Actually, they did do a, what's it called? They rebooted it for a little bit. Didn't last very long. It was fun. So they'd be like, hey, what's behind door number 1? What's behind door number 2? What's behind door number 3? And then I'd be this game of ooh, should I choose? And they'd open one and be like, a new microwave. And you're like, oh, what's behind door number 3? I don't know. And so, they open up door number 2, and they'd be like, I don't know, a motorcycle. You're like, oh, that's pretty sweet. But then you're like, what could be behind door number 3? And it was fun. Sometimes it was like, oh, a new house. I don't know if they ever did a new house. I don't know. 2 motorcycles. Or, you remember, I don't, but you do, they would zonk. Remember the zonk? The zonk was like a junk prize, an intentionally bad prize. And so this one's funny. This is from the reboot, but this is a half bedroom set. So it's everything in the bedroom, but it's been cut in half. It's so cool. It's like the bedroom's cut in half. You can see the lamps cut in half. Everything's cut in half. But that was the game. Door number 1, door number 2, and you'd be like, ooh, I don't know, but I want to say, I'm just using this as a silly example. I want you all to choose what is behind door number 3. Number 1, what is natural in conversations and conflict is that you will have an emotional response to what is taking place. And we can all just take a deep breath and let ourselves off the hook a little bit. That's okay. That's natural to have an emotional response. That's door number 1. And if you're like me, normally my initial response is to be angry at whatever was said. Ugh. I think for most men, that's the first emotion. It's the first emotion that always comes. There's always more to it if you let God work and if you keep your mouth shut. But door number 1 is normally going to be an emotional response. And again, that's okay. We are human. We are not perfect. We're kind of wired to naturally, right? That's kind of how our brain lights up first to go, what does that mean? We're trying to figure out where this conversation goes, what was just said. So an emotional response is normal. But don't stop there. Don't open that door and run through it and make a big mess of your life. Take a deep breath, and I would say door number 2 is more intellectual. And maybe you go, ooh, that hurt. Why did that rub me the wrong way? And then you kind of let your brain turn on and go, you know what? I think this is what they meant. And I think that maybe, right, I think I might have taken that the wrong way. Nothing wrong with that, right? If you just pause for a moment, that could be intellectual. But I think we can use our emotions and our intellect and put them in our hands and give them to God and choose behind what is door number 3, which would be what? Supernatural. That would be the power of the Spirit. So in moments of conflict, or if you read something on Facebook that hypothetically rubs you the wrong way, instead of posting an angry comment or sharing it blindly, maybe take a deep breath and see the emotions and go, oh, that's making me feel this way. And then process intellectually, why am I feeling that way? Why did that offend me so much? And then again, ultimately, door number 3 is giving it to God and say, God, my emotions are feeling this way. And I'm thinking this way. But I know that my emotions and my mind are not ultimate. You are. So show me what's going on. Give me discernment. Show me where I'm wrong. Show me where possibly my emotions are justified, but they will not take the driver's seat. You will.